You don't have him anymore, Isha?
Who's Salah?
Who's taking the picture?
Yeah.
Kemal, you asked for the picture and you don't know who's taking the picture. Are you kidding me right now?
I don't know who's taking the picture.
Hello everyone, welcome to FOOTBALLBREHZ, a platform where rival fans discuss, debate and banter each other on all topics that are football. My name is DOS and I'll be your host for today's show. Back with us, we have Liverpool fan Isha, Arsenal fan Kemal, Chelsea fan Kadus, and lastly, Spurs fan Ben. And what we're going to do in today's show is we're going to preview the games that are coming up this weekend. But before we go there, please, can you guys go subscribe, like, follow all of our pages. So I'm talking about Twitter, I'm talking about YouTube, I'm talking about Instagram, and then we'll be able to keep you updated with all the information that's coming out of our pages. So let's start first of all with Arsenal fan Kemal. Kemal, before we go to the preview, the weekend's games, yesterday's game between Arsenal and Leicester was very controversial. You were very confident that you guys were going to pick up all 3 points. I guess that didn't happen. So just give us your feeling.
Why are you laughing? Why I don't understand why people are laughing here. Let me just tell you something.
First of what happened. Because all I remember was Arsenal 1, Leicester 0, but that didn't happen. So let us know what happened.
That was a poor voice, by the way. I don't know who you... Anyway, so let me just talk first of all. Arsenal played really well in the first half. Super well. I was very happy with them. I'm not going to touch on the stupid decisions yet. I'm just going to talk about Arsenal themselves. Lacazette should have scored. Saka should have scored. We should have been 2-3-0 up in the first half.
Agreed.
If we would have done that, we would never had the problems in the second half.
Agreed.
So let's blame Arsenal first and foremost. Second half, they come out, no one's about. No one wants to play. It's the same old. And then let's talk about the dead refereeing. He was having moments the whole game. Please, someone explain to me what's the point of VAR. Explain to me what is VAR used for? Because I don't know.
I agree. I mean, I agree that VAR is not really helping football at all, to be honest with you. It's supposed to help the referees, but it's really not helping the referees.
Do you know what the worst part is? Is the referee went to the screen.
No, but I'm not even denying that. I'm not saying that should be an offside or that shouldn't be an offside. That was a decision he made and he said it was offside. I accept that. But for me, it's just you have to be in control of the situation. You have to be the final guy, to say,
He's not.
Yeah.
I remember Mourinho said it in an interview. He actually turned around and said, last week.
Yeah. He's
not the referee. And I totally agree. Whoever's sitting up in the box watching, they're the people pulling the strings.
But there's a lot of things like, Vardy's kick against Mustafi, for example. People are saying that that's a red card.
It's a red card.
Some people are saying
it's not
a red card. I don't think it was that.
Why? Why is it not a red
I
card?
don't know if it was
The guy's bleeding. Hold on. He's bleeding. He's out of control.
Yeah, but
he's out of control.
Yeah, but...
No, that's not out of control. He fell over. That's different.
He fell over.
You can't...
No, hold on.
Did you see the replay?
He fell over.
Did you see the replay?
Yeah, but it's the movement after he fell over. He landed,
He kicked him in the face.
Turned with a full-on karate kick. Fam, he landed on his side, then he turned with a full karate kick, bro. Come on now.
Okay, so fair enough.
You're also talking about it from the standpoint of has Jamie Vardy made those kind of tackles before?
He's a dirty player.
If it was Son, then I would have been like, yeah, fair play.
Look at this guy.
Okay, so everybody's for this one. Everybody is controversial for everyone. How about the Nketiah red card? What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, 100%. No debate.
Anyone debating that?
Guy thought he was in WrestleMania.
Come on, say your piece, bro.
No. I'll give him a red. I'm not gonna say anything. Red. It was reckless.
Yeah.
And it was plain and simple, reckless. But I just feel the referee should have done the same. VAR should have been used.
Yeah.
The same for that. And then we talk about the goal that they scored.
Yeah.
What happened there? Because in my eyes, he's offside. Or I don't know the rules anymore.
Who's offside? Vardy or...
When it hit, was it Perez's foot? It touched his foot.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
But-
not.
but
For me, it wasn't clear and obvious.
People say
It
it touched
did.
his foot. I didn't see it touch his foot.
I didn't
No,
see
it
that either.
did. It bounced
When it
off
went
the
in
ground.
direction.
Bounce off the ground.
It hit the ground first after
I
his
just
foot.
think the accumulation of all the results and everything of the referee makes a lot of Arsenal fans believe that it touched the foot. Like, I don't think it touched the foot.
Listen,
It's the
I think-
angle as well.
Yeah.
What are you
Because
debating?
the angle, you're seeing the ball hit the ground around the same area where the foot is. But if you look closely, the foot was actually
Yeah.
just to a point where it's hitting the ground.
offside.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree, though, that 1-1 is a fair result. Leicester were better.
Leicester played out of their head.
Arsenal
Listen.
were better the first half.
Second half, Leicester killed it.
Anyway, we can say it's controversial. You guys drop points, which is good for the teams above you. Of course, not for you guys right now. And just now, we know Sheffield United just secured a win as well. So it needs
They're ahead of us.
Let's not forget, it was a perfect prediction by me, yeah.
And it's a good prediction by, yeah.
And I said Vardy was gonna bang.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Okay.
I should get an extra point for saying who was gonna score, boy.
Maybe next season. Let's move on. Let's move on from there, from Arsenal. We'll come back to you for your preview of the weekend, Kemal. Let's go to Kadus right now. Chelsea. You guys just about won 3-2. I would say just about. That was a very entertaining game to watch. End to end. Zuma saved you guys in that last minute.
Zuma.
Don't worry, everybody rates him. Don't say people have to put respect on his name. Everybody rates him. So what do you feel? How do you feel about that game? How do you feel it went?
Yeah, man. But before I even say that, but like last week, I was talking about the Chelsea fan base because at the moment people aren't giving Zuma enough credit, and I think people need to understand that he's probably our best centre back right now.
Zuma's a sick guy.
You know, and they need to. You know, I think it's good to see. It's good to see people actually seeing his talent because he, you know, now that he's the injury is gone. I think he's in a better headspace. So you know, credit to Zuma because he saved us. We were woo. I mean, look, it's one of those ones where, you know, we started off the game beautifully, controlled the game, 2 goals up, nearly scored 3. You know, then Zaha just struck that ball nicely. Now, I'm not a goalkeeper, so I don't want to go into specifics, but there's a part of me that thinks when we spent that much money on the keeper, you have to pull those saves off. And I think when that goal went in,
world records.
When that goal went in, it just changed the dynamic. All of a sudden, Crystal Palace thought they were with Brazil. You know, for some reason now, Zaha's Ronaldinho. I haven't seen Crystal Palace attack like that in so long, and I think they saw something there. You know, and
well, it's also a derby. It's also a derby. I mean, people step it up on the derby as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Crystal Palace is one of those teams, but you know, credit to Lampard and the substitutes that he made. Instant impact. Loftus-Cheek is looking good. A sublime pass to Tammy Abraham before.
It's amazing. But do you feel worried? Do you feel worried, or you just feel it's a result? We needed 3 points. That's all that matters to you. Or do you feel worried about the form a little bit because of your defense? Because the last 3-4 games coming up are crucial for you guys to finish not just in the top 4, but to finish 3rd.
But nothing's changed, man. If any, like we can talk about our defense. Our defense has been an issue the entire season. Yeah. You know, the biggest issue that I've had with the team is us not finishing our chances because we've had plenty of possession, plenty of opportunities in the final third, and there hasn't been that killer instinct. And I think now with Pulisic in the team, he's provided that and it's made everyone else step up. Williams having an amazing season. So I'm not worried. I would have been worried if we were still playing how we played, I'd say 5 games before COVID. I would be worried. But I think now we're showing a bit more tenacity. That we would have lost that game. We would have lost if I was Chelsea a few weeks ago. We'd have lost that game. But Zuma came.
If there was 5 more minutes, you would have drawn the game. Right,
but we've all seen Chelsea been in that position before. But we've had plenty of games where we've come back from behind, where we've had struggles, and we've somehow made it work. And we always need to turn up against bigger teams. I mean, our record in the top 6 for United has been really good. So
I like that.
You know, I'm not worried. I mean, look, it's special, but we've still got a couple of points. Don't worry. I'll get back to what you just said there, Mukhtar.
Kadus, do you think play should have been stopped when Cahill went down?
Nope. Nah? Not at all, man. If it was a head injury, anyone here who's a professional footballer, when top 4's on the line, you have a chance on goal. Someone gets injured beside you, you're gonna keep playing. You're gonna unless what you've done.
It's a moral thing. It's a moral thing. Some people might stop, But to be honest, with where we are right now in the league and the points being so crucial, like I don't think it was a wrong decision what they did.
Yeah, not for a
Exactly.
hamstring as well.
Yeah, and it's a hamstring. It's just a fitness thing. You know, you need to be
One of
fit.
them things.
That's what it is. Okay. All right, cool. So let's move on now to the previews for the games coming up this week. So we'll start off first with Isha. We'll start off with Liverpool first. You guys are playing Burnley. Burnley right now are doing really well, grinding out results, not conceding many goals. You guys going forward don't look as potent as you would usually look this season. So how do you feel that game is going to shape up?
For me, I'm going to say the same things I'm saying for the game we're playing right now. It's going to be a comfortable Liverpool win. But when I say comfortable, I don't mean we're just going to have like 10,000 chances, another 9,000 on target. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I say comfortable, I mean we're going to control the ball. We're probably going to finish with about 70%, 75% possession. We're going to have a lot of shots on goal, maybe 5 or 6 on target, but we'll probably get a 2-0 win. We might struggle again for 60 minutes where they defend deep. They might counter, but Burnley's not got the pace to really trouble our centre-backs either. It's going to be a physical battle, and the only way I can see that winning is if they target Gomez more than Van Dijk, because I feel like they won't really get any change out of Van Dijk, but with Gomez, they might beat him in the air, get the second ball, and try and get a knock-on. So I'm not really concerned about Burnley, to be honest with you.
I hear you.
Are you mad? They just won 1-0, and Pope has been the star of the match. I don't think you guys are going to bang easily.
When I say easy,
I don't think
I mean,
that is not comfortable. That's not a comfortable game at all, bro. Let's be real.
That is very comfortable. We said the same thing about Chelsea, right? Like Chelsea, there's been debates where the people have said Chelsea don't control games, but if you look at Chelsea, in a lot of the games they've won, they've had 65% possession. So they've had more of the ball than the other team they've been playing against. They just haven't taken their chances. One of Chelsea's biggest things is the ruthlessness in the final third. So you guys have got the midfield that can control the game. You've got one of the best midfielders in the league. So I feel like with Liverpool, it's going to be a similar thing. Like, we're going to control the game. Burnley is probably going to have 1 or 2 chances, maybe if they're lucky, get one on target. So when I say easy, that's kind of where I'm coming from. I don't think it's going to be easy scoring the goal. But it's going to be a comfortable victory in the sense that when you look at it from the 90 minutes, Liverpool's going to score a couple goals.
I agree. I agree that you guys will be, you'll have control of the game, 100%. I think the question will be, will you be creative enough to break them apart? Like, because if it reaches 60, 70 minutes and you guys haven't broken them apart yet, then the sweat will come, and then we'll see how creative Liverpool can be. So I think it's going to be.
I think it'll be difficult. I think
really, if Liverpool score in the first 20 minutes, Liverpool are winning that game by a couple of goals.
Burnley won't let that happen in the first 20 minutes. Defensively, they won't.
I don't think they're going to sweat, to be honest.
Defensively, they
won't. Very
won't.
good record against Burnley.
Yeah, you got a good record against them, but not since COVID. Not especially the way you mans have been playing since COVID, bro.
I don't think Liverpool care anymore, man.
Yeah, I kind of
honestly don't.
That too. I'm sensing that you guys still want the points and you want to win, but you're not winning by throwing your heart on the pitch like usually. You don't want to get injured. You don't want to do that. So you're not in any other cups, are you?
No.
So I mean,
the way that I'm kind of trying to assess how Liverpool's going to do is by today's game, because I feel like the Man City game has thrown a lot of stuff out in terms of what Liverpool's been achieving over the season, because we got absolutely battered.
Yeah.
What's the score?
Scored 3 goals in the first
1, 2, 3, 4.
So
just about how many minutes ish. Never mind.
Let him finish. Go, Isha. Finish.
I see you, fam. Anyway. Ben, I'll be back for you, bro. Don't worry about it.
Go. Be careful how much you move the camera, Isha.
Yeah, sorry, man. But yeah, for me, man, like, I look at it and I'm just like, Burnley's going to make it difficult. We might get a goal in the first half, but I've seen so many Liverpool performances that have been 0-0 at halftime. We've dominated, and the second half have come out, we've created loads of chances and won the game 2-0 or 2-1. So I'm not worried. Even if it gets to 60 minutes, like, for me as a Liverpool fan, I can honestly say I don't even get worried until it gets to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool's got so many games now where we get to the 70th minute, we get, like, the Milner penalty against Leicester, for instance.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing's been happening all season. So I've kind of got in the mindset that I don't even really get scared anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like it's inevitable. We've got the quality to win any game that we play. It's just a question of when it's going to happen. So,
Isha, we saw that Klopp changed the team again in the midfield. You think, what do you want? Do you want the changes that he made, or do you want to go back to your original midfield of Henderson, Wijnaldum?
I want to see the changes. I want to see the changes because I feel like we've got depth for a reason, and these guys need to show up and start proving themselves. And if they don't, we know what we've got to do in the summer. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
All right, cool. So then from there, so Isha's pretty confident. So from there, we'll move on to back to you, Kadus, Sheffield United v Chelsea. So taking consideration what just happened, what do you think is going to happen in that game?
I think, look, we're going to concede. We're going to concede for sure.
I don't think so.
Sheffield United are very good with set pieces. We've lacked that. I mean, Zuma's given us a bit more stability, depending on who we start. We're probably going to start Christensen and Zuma again.
Yeah.
We don't really know. I mean, Rudiger isn't really the person. But in terms of how we'll play, we'll do what we've always done. We'll dominate possession in this case. I think Sheffield, they defend, but they also attack as well. So they're not going to sit back. They're probably going to have a mid blocking us. So yeah, look, this is one of the games where I think that is the potential that we will drop points.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not gonna be silly and think that, but I do think that we can take the win from that, depending on how well our attacking players are playing, and by the looks of it, we're playing very well now. So
we saw from the last game that Lampard opted for a different midfield, and he put Gilmore in there, and but it didn't quite work in terms of having control of the game until he made the changes, and then when he made the changes, you kind of gripped more hold of the game. Did you see it that way?
We always controlled the game. I think if we're looking at Gilmore in particular, he had a bit of a shaky 10 minutes, but he hasn't had a solid run of play. He's young, and I think he just needs to get into the swing of things. But he played very well until he got subbed off. However, Crystal Palace at that point had a bit more confidence, and they were coming at us. And I think when Jorginho came on to the pitch, he just showed his quality and controlled the tempo. But we had control. We had control up until that goal.
Would you start Jorginho next game?
We're gonna need Gilmore. The thing is with Gilmore, even though he's quite small, he's very physical. You know, so I feel that he's gonna have to start because we're gonna need someone to be able to make those runs. But you know what? If Jorginho starts, I wouldn't be too upset with that either. I mean, he's a quality player, so we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, so are you confident? Moving on, before we move on from you, are you confident for that?
Yeah, look, I'm always confident. I think Chelsea on the day we can compete with the best of them. You know, we've shown that this season already. You know, we drew them, but yeah, I'm confident.
All right. So before we move to Arsenal and Spurs, the big game, I'll just quickly talk about our game. Man United are playing against Southampton at home. That's going to be a tricky game. Southampton are playing well. Ings up front is on fire. So I think we're probably going to concede. Something is telling me that we're going to concede, even though my heart is telling me we won't. But I think it's a slippery slope, this game. I'm a bit worried about this game, and I'm hoping we don't drop points, but anything can happen. I'm happy it's at Old Trafford, but we don't have fans, so it doesn't really make a difference. But just being at home, I'm hoping that will be enough. And our form, to be honest with you, I'm hoping that will be enough to get full 3 points. Do I want to make any changes? No, I want to keep the same starting lineup that we've had that has been successful since we've been back. So I'm excited for the game, but we still have the game before that to play. Hopefully we win that so that it gains our momentum before we go to the next game. So let's go to the big game. Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal. This is going to be very, very interesting. So let's start with, since Kemal, you already spoke, let's start with Ben first. Ben, how do you feel? Because Spurs are not really playing that well right now. Spurs are all over the place. Players fighting at halftime, manager pretending it's okay. Like, how do you feel? Like, as a Spurs fan, what is it like to be a Spurs fan right now?
Listen, forget about how it's been looking, yeah? It's a derby. and Spurs turn up at derbies. Simple as. So when you got 2020 Mustafi and David Luiz, yeah.
So you're confident?
Yeah, I'm confident. And Kane is gonna bang. Listen, I told you this. Kane is gonna bang. I told you this already.
I need to buy Kane. Fair enough.
Can I just say something quickly before Kemal has the report? You said a big game, but it's only really a big game between Tottenham and Arsenal fans. I don't really know
Don't disrespect.
So that's true though, Kadus. But anyway, Ben.
Kadus. Fam, like
don't say anything, bro. You've got 60
all I know is whoever loses this game, your life is just over. Because it's not just over of losing this derby. Your whole season is done. Like you've just lost to your.
And there's £20 at stake.
£20 at stake. Oh yeah. So so just a quick question. So what do you feel? Do you feel like you're gonna make big changes? Would you make big changes to your style?
For one, we can't have Dyer because he's banned.
Yes. So you're happy about that?
I am happy about that. Listen, I'm very happy, and this is why I said I'm calm because, bruv, if it was Dyer going against Aubameyang and Saka, oh Lord have mercy. So that's what I'm happy about. And now I know Vertonghen's gonna come back because he played a little bit, not enough, but I think he'll come back.
Yeah,
so I know Vertonghen's gonna come back. I'm not sure if it will be with Sanchez or it will be Alderweireld. I doubt it will be Alderweireld because he hasn't played for a minute. So Sanchez and Vertonghen, good. Obviously we've got Aurier at the back, and Davies is probably gonna keep playing. I think the key difference for us will be in the midfield. If we play our strongest midfielders right now, it's definitely better than Arsenal's midfield.
Is it?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
If they play Mbele, Sissoko, and who's your third one?
Mbele, Sissoko, Lo Celso.
That's better than Xhaka.
No, it's not.
And then you got Son. You got Son. Son will start. Bergwijn will definitely start.
We're gonna see.
Okay. And
I'm gonna be very calm because I know what's gonna happen.
So Ben, you're very
talk going on from the
Ben, you're
side
very
of
confident.
Tottenham.
Yes.
You're very confident. Let's go to Kemal. Kemal, do you agree with what Ben was saying?
What did he say? I wasn't really paying too much attention.
You never pay attention, so nothing
Just
new
garbage.
there. So it's okay.
You know, garbage when this one talks. I don't know why he's so confident for.
What do you feel? What do you feel about the game? Are you excited? Are you nervous?
I'm always excited playing them scumbags. You know, It's always fun. It's always fun because it's a good game. We know it's going to be a good game first and foremost. Yeah. We know there's going to be goals. Yeah. Because there's always goals. So everyone's going to watch that game. It's entertainment. What do I think is going to happen? We're going for the W. Everyone's going for the W. No one's going for the draw. I honestly, even though majority of the games always end in a draw, it's not going to end in no draw. I'm telling you.
I feel someone. I don't know this game because you're both fighting so hard.
They need to win. Both teams need to win.
Points. I have a feeling it's going to cancel each other out. Like,
you think so?
I have a feeling. That's my prediction.
To be fair, the last two Premier League games we've drawn, so a draw is highly likely.
Yeah, it's been.
But because there's so much at stake, I think you will find the last 10 minutes of the game, everyone will be going
through everything.
It's just that for me, when I look at both of you guys, like I just feel like the mentality of Arsenal is more positive than the mentality of Spurs. Like I just feel like you're
at the moment we're on a high.
It's not even that.
Listen, if we play the way we approached Leicester, if we approach that the first half, I think we're gonna come good. It's the second half, man, I'm worried about.
Yeah.
And I would bring in for my front three, I'll play Saka, Aubameyang, and Pepe on the right.
Oh,
that's what I would do.
You would drop Lacazette.
Drop Lacazette, yeah.
I agree, but you wanted Lacazette last week, and I told you Lacazette is not a good addition.
Because hold on, he played well in the first half. Lacazette played well. The only thing he didn't do was score.
Lacazette could have won you that game.
Yeah, especially with that header as well. He headed it at the bloody keeper. I couldn't believe it. Shawn Michaels. I could not believe it.
And he's got the biggest
Shawn Michaels, bro. Shawn Michaels don't play football, he wrestles.
Who said Shawn Michaels?
You said Shawn Michaels.
I didn't say Shawn Michaels.
Who'd you say?
Wait, the Heartbreak Kids and
Shawn Michaels.
See? What?
I got a list, bruv. Don't disrespect, yeah.
Michael, bro.
Wow.
So you're saying that will be your front three, and then your midfield speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, we know the midfield.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and then I will just touch on your central defense. Who would you have as your central defense to try and stop their attack? The two pairings.
Well, 2020.
Oh no, it won't be two. It'll be three with you guys, right?
Yeah, it's going to be three because they're going to play the wing backs.
So you're going to play 2020, and then who's the
2020?
2020 being Mustafi guys? Who's the second
They
one?
know who 2020 is by now. They're watching. We got our regulars. It'll be 2020.
Luis.
But Luis is going to play, whether I want him to play or not. He will play.
It's interesting. Luis had an interesting stat. He's had the most blocks out of any other player in Arsenal this season. So there is some good things to his side.
I feel David Luiz. I don't want to say it. I think he might get booked and he might get sent off.
Yeah.
I think the hype is just going to be too much for him. I'm really worried about Luiz. What's what I played there?
You got Holding.
I was going to say. No. He's not going to play. Maybe Holding. Maybe they will play Holding.
I have a feeling you're just gonna. I think it's gonna be Kolasinac.
The same as the Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what's been working for you guys. So why are you gonna change? I think it's gonna be those three: Kolasinac, 2020, and Luis.
We'll see.
So now we're gonna go to the part of the show where we're gonna predict all the scores coming up this weekend. So we're gonna start with the first game, which is Norwich v West Ham. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Norwich. What do you say, Ben?
For me, I went for 3-1 to West Ham.
Okay. Kemal?
I'm saying 2-0 Norwich.
Okay. Kadus, your prediction was 1-1. You
1-1.
saw a score draw there. Isha?
Isha was 2-1 to Norwich.
So you think it's going to be 2-1. You think Norwich are going to come out winners there. Okay. We're going to go to the second game, Watford v Newcastle. I said this is going to be a 2-1 win for Newcastle, 2-1 away win. Ben, what did you say?
I said 2-1 to Newcastle as well.
Kemal?
I said 1-1.
Okay. Kadus said 2-1, same as me, 2-1 win to Newcastle. And Isha?
Ish went 1-1 like Kemal.
1-1. Okay. We're going to go to the third game, Liverpool v Burnley. I said this is going to be a 2-0 win for Liverpool. What do you say, Ben?
For me, I went 1-0 to Burnley, to Liverpool, sorry.
Okay, Kemal?
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Kadus?
You've got my answer down.
That's true. Kadus said 1-0 Liverpool. And Isha said what?
Ish, you should know this, bro. What'd you say?
You know what, yeah? I wish I could take this back because Liverpool's winning 2-0 right now. And I'll probably say 3-0 Liverpool if I could say it right now.
You said, you can if you want to change it, but you said 2-0 Liverpool.
No, I'm going to stick with it. It's cool. I'll stick with what I said.
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, you just said that whole thing. Okay, let's go to the next one. Well, the next one is Sheffield United v Chelsea. So with that, I said 2-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will concede. Ben, what did you say?
I said 2-1 Sheffield.
Wow.
I think they're going to get tucked.
Okay. Come on.
You know what? I think Chelsea have been conceding a little bit too much. So I think their defense is going to tighten up. I'm going 2-0 Chelsea.
Okay, Kadus, you mentioned that this one would be a 2-1 win as well for Chelsea. You think you're going to concede as well? And then Isha, what did Isha say, Ben?
1-1. Isha went for a draw.
Wow. Okay, we're going to go to the last game on Saturday, which is Brighton versus City. I said this is going to be another high-scoring one for City, 3-1 for City. What do you say, Ben?
3-0.
3-0. Okay, come on.
3-0 to Manchester City.
Okay. Kadus said that this would be a 2-0 win for City. And what did Isha say?
He also went for 3-0. Do you know what? I think it'll be more than 3-0, considering what I've just seen today. But, yeah.
3-0. So let's go there.
You lost 1-0 the game before.
Yeah, exactly. You just never know.
Yeah.
And then the next games, on Sunday's games, Wolves versus Everton. I said 1-1 this game. I think it's going to be. As you saw, Wolves lost today as well. So Wolves are in trouble. So I say 1-1 Wolves. What do you say, Ben?
1-0 Wolves.
Okay. What do you say, Kemal?
2-1 Wolves.
Okay. Kadus said 2-0. You think that Wolves won't concede? And Isha, what did Isha say?
Same.
2-0?
2-0 Wolves. Yeah.
Okay. And then next one after that is Aston Villa v Palace. I said 2-1 win for Palace. Ben, what would you say?
I went for draw. 2-2.
Okay. That's possible. Kemal?
Palace are going to take this 2-0.
Okay. Kadus said 1-0 to Palace. And what do you say? What did Isha say?
He said 2-1 to Palace as well.
Okay. Interesting. Game after that is the big one. Arsenal.
Leave it to the end, man.
Spurs.
Leave it to the end, please.
Okay, cool.
I want to hear what. I don't want to hear what this joke
All
is
right.
going to.
Bournemouth v Leicester. I say 2-1 to Leicester. I think Leicester will start picking up results. 2-1 to Leicester. What do you say, Ben?
I said 2-0 to Leicester.
Okay. What do you say, Kemal?
Yeah, I agree with him. 2-0 to Leicester.
Kadus said 3-0 to Leicester. And what did Isha say?
He said 2-1 to Leicester.
2-1 to Leicester. Okay. And then the game on Monday, Manchester United v Southampton. I said 2-0. I think we're going to try and shore up the defense after last week's game. So I have a feeling we're going to get a sneaky clean sheet here. What do you say, Ben?
I went for 3-1 United. I think you will concede. But yeah.
Kemal?
I believe someone's been peeking on my results. I also said 3-1
Okay.
Manchester United.
Kadus
That's
said,
3 in a row. He's said the same things as me. Just
okay.
saying.
Kadus reckons that Man United will drop points here. He said 1-1. What did Isha say?
He said 2-1 to United.
2-1 to United. Okay, that's some interesting controversial predictions right there. And then the last one, the biggest game of the weekend, Tottenham v Arsenal. I said this is going to be a score draw 2-2. What do you say, Ben?
And leave me and him last. You
Okay. Kadus said also 2-2 score.
2-2, yeah. 2-2.
Isha said what?
Isha said 2-2 as well.
Okay, so what do you say, Ben?
2-1 Spurs, obviously.
Whoa. And then Kemal, what do you say?
I'm confident.
Tottenham 1, Arsenal 2.
Okay, is that in the same predictions that you sent me as well?
No, in the predictions, I said a 2-2 draw. Yeah? But F that.
All right.
Do you see this guy?
You know
Yeah.
what? No. Don't talk.
That's what I mean.
Showing off. Stop showing off, bro.
Arsenal 3. That's my score.
Oh,
Brehz.
all right.
That's what's going to happen. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and Aubameyang's going to flip and score for sure. That's what's going to happen.
Lacazette hat-trick. Let's go.
Have you not learnt your lesson from the Leicester game?
3-1.
No?
Don't talk. 3-1.
All right. There you go, guys. There you go. You heard all the predictions. Some controversial, some make sense. What do you guys think? Do you agree with what we've said? If you don't, please put your score predictions in the comments. We would love to hear. And also let us know what you feel about the games coming up. And you agree with all the points that we made.
Arsenal, Tottenham. That's all I want to hear from you.
That's all these guys.
No one talk well for my days.
And again, I want to remind you guys, please
Get my money ready.
Like, follow, all of that. Please,
Get my money
make
ready.
sure you do all of that. We're going to keep providing the content for you. These guys still talking for no reason. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, and we're going to see you again to preview next week's game. Bye-bye.